Those post-classic bikes are still got some time to change their machinery, change their tyres and that. So we're out here with Group 2. We are moving into tomorrow's program. Colin was just up. He's a little bit disappointed because he should have been out in that last race. His bike's out of action till tomorrow, and but that's life. He's happy. He's come up here and we've had a chat, and he's done a bit of talking behind the microphone. Hello, we've got a bike parked up on the inside there. Was leading into turn 1, but is pulled right off to the side there. So Group 2 is, got to get the right bit of paper now. Group 2 is vintage, pre-war 350 and 500. 0 to 250 pre-63 Clubmans, factory modified and classics. It's a 4-lapper amongst other people out there. We'll start at the bottom on the screen. This is only in terms of number order, actually, nothing to do with who's who. In terms of qualifying, Paul Debenham, Keith Whitehead, Clinton Anstis, Graham Lancaster, Troy Durat, Tim Barnes, Howard Curry, John Sendall, Terry Pragnell, David Cantwell, Andrew Lowe, Lindsay Kyle, Graham McCosh, Richard Waterer, LaSalle Carr and Liam Briggs there. So a mixture of bikes: Jawa, BSA, Benelli, NSU, Norton, Bultaco, BSA Bantam, BSA C15. We've got CZ, which is Jawa really, Suzuki, Aerial Red Hunter, and I think I've already said Ducati. No, I haven't, have I? Oh, yes. No, we've got a Ducati out there. So 4-lap race. We will be having the post-classics coming up as soon as they've got their tyres sorted. They had the option of changing because of the wet conditions out there, so they've given them time there, but they go back to what's on the track at the moment because these guys don't have an option of tyres. Classic racing, they didn't have options in the old days, so they don't have them now, so they must be treaded tyres. But coming across the start finish line, 251 is Tim Barnes. In second place is LaSalle Carr on the bike 53. Terry Pragnell on 159 goes through there. A bit of a gap back to Lindsay Kyle. I can see him on the 1937 Norton International there. Going into turn 1 there, the Toyota corner. Somebody is right on his tail. That's probably Dick Waterer on the Benelli 2C. We've got another Benelli behind him, Keith Whitehead. Troy Durat on the Suzuki T250. And John Sendell on the BSA Bantam. Now, if you're into BSA Bantams, John Sendell is the man. We have a man, a legend in motorcycling, Ken Bain, who was addicted to these. I spent a bit of time with Ken over the years, particularly at the Christchurch swap meeting where he was turning red wine into urine. I was turning beer into urine, and spent a few hours with him. Unfortunately, Ken passed away, or it must be about 16 to 18 months ago. All his BSA Bantam stuff pretty much went to John Sendell. So if you want BSA Bantam parts, talk to him. And he's improving his knowledge all the time. So John Sendell out there on the BSA Bantam. What do we got? He's number 168. And it's a 183cc BSA Bantam. Local man, Palmerston North. We're in Fielding now. Palmerston North's only a few miles down the road. Looking back out onto the track there on the back straight, Tim Barnes has got about a 100-metre lead over and above LaSalle Carr. We go back 200 metres to third spot. That'll be Terry Pragnell on the 159 machine. Lindsay Kyle is still holding his own on this beautiful Norton International. And just in behind him, Dick Waterer. Lindsay's put on some good battles on this pre-war machine. There's a couple of pre-wars out there. What have we got? We've got 1940, well, that's pre-war, 1940 NSU. It'll be a pre-war design, 37 Norton International. And the 1938 Aerial Red Hunter, that's 292 out there, Graham Lancaster. So 4-lap race there, and there it is. Lindsay Kyle goes through the start-finish line there. He's got his red light on and his raincoat on as well, flapping in the wind. So he is in 4th spot. The lead, the gap between the first and second place is not as substantial as it was down the back straight there. So LaSalle Carr is closing up there, the BSA versus the Ducati. The BSA, they can see this going into the hairpin at the moment. Terry Pragnell goes through the turn 3 there on the 159, the Benelli 2C. So the lead bites there coming out of the hairpin there, down that back straight. Definitely Tim Barnes has got a bit more legs. That gap opens up down the back straight. So we'll see what LaSalle can do under braking. There's no chance of getting in behind his slipstream here. The bike out the front, Tim's is fared. LaSalle Carr's is not fared, but certainly that Ducati's quicker down that back straight. So I'm not even sure how, 4 minutes and 40. So we've probably got the white flag has been out and gone. I didn't notice that. I did move my computer over a bit. Normally the computer screen obliterates that start-finish crew, but I thought I'd move it across there. But still, I've still got to actually tell myself to keep an eye on it, really. Sometimes it couldn't even run a bath. That's how bad it gets. But onto the front straight, that battle for the lead. I'll tell you what, if we've got one more lap, and we do have one more lap, that's the white flag coming out. I reckon the Cell car is going to reel them in there somewhere through the infield. So it is 251 versus 53. We've got a gap there of 0.77 of a second. I'd say that's probably about right there going across the start-finish line. So watch this battle through the infield, because the Cell car is a lot quicker, at least in the last lap, going through there. 159, Cherry Pregnell down that front straight there in third spot. Lindsay Kyle here still holding off Richard Waterer. Yep, that's bike number 91 versus number 63 there. Here we go. Somebody's got the yellow raincoat on there, coming along the front straight across the start-finish stripe. It is number 285, Troy D. Rat. 384 is Clinton Anstis on the Jara, 559. Where's that battle for the lead? No, Lascelles car didn't quite get there. I see them coming out of the hairpin, so it is still Tim Barnes on the Ducati 250 out in the front. 141.05 versus a 141.82. That's the best time. That's the last time, as well as the best time as well. We go back to the next three riders. They're all in the 49s. 149.89, 145.54, 145.75, and that's for Terry Pregnell, Lindsay Kyle, and Richard Water. Average speed 108 kilometres around that circuit. So 108 for the lead bike, Timmy Barnes, and 107 for Lascelles car. Got to find out where they are on the track now. I've been looking at the screen too much. Here they go, coming onto the front straight. And the checkered flag comes out. The white flag's gone away, been tucked away. The checkered flag comes out. Timmy Barnes on the 251 Ducati, followed by 53 Lascelles car there in second spot, looking a long way back to third spot. And Terry Pregnell, he's got a lonely ride out there. He's coming round that big Go Media sweeper there on the Benelli 2C, the Italian motorcycle, the twin cylinder. Yep, he's still coming, folks. You can imagine me commentating. There he goes. You can imagine me commentating. Lindsay Kyle comes across in fourth spot, followed by Dick Waterer there. And Lindsay shakes his hand out. I come here for 2 weeks ago during the week for the schoolboy racing, and they're all on little wee mini bikes. I mean, we're talking 30 cc's here. We're talking bikes that when they broke down, all they did was they passed them through the holes in the pit lane along the start-finish straight. They were that small. And the Mini Moto sidecars, the Mini Moto GP, there was nearly 200 riders here, and what an outstanding event, and it was great to see all these kids. They, a lot of them had bought themselves a motor and some brakes and maybe an exhaust pipe and built and raced these motorcycles, and hopefully we're going to see a few of them in future years pick up other forms of motorcycling once they leave school. So that's that done and dusted, folks, and we'll come back on when we've got something on the track shortly.